Mina Isatu Smile Sesay, and this now the program Talk to the Camera. Today the camera day na the streets of Freetown for talk to women them for know about waiting at some of the issues them where they affect women then at the country, and also waiting and things they need for be done for the woman their rights to be protected since alone they join other country for celebrate the International Women's Day. Hello, welcome to this interview. Your name?
Maya Kamara.
Okay. And also, as Salon they join other country for celebrate the International Women's Day, I go want to make you tell viewers waiting at some of the issues them where you think say they affect women them in the country.
Thank God where you interview me today. The most of the issues that way they affect the women in a salon, women they we vulnerable, we not get voice for talk. Now the issues that more done they receive advantage but we will not get way for feds. So not that not the issue that whether the money we right now.
Okay. So like for the south how you they stay, how you can feel like where you can see the way out then they treat women them.
Really, I need to feel fine. Man, not talk like I need to feel fine. You need to go down well with me, really.
Okay. So what do you think say the government and other women organization they need for do for see woman then gets their rights in the country?
Well, we they call on Soriat organization, don't the woman them do ya let them help we for put these things in place because really this they affect we more especially we say we dey now we community now. It really they affect we so we they call on the let them step on we shoes let them help we.
Okay. So when they talk about help, who's type help?
We they help like for let them also within the community more especially they not social woman then they not get side for go the education background poor so let them help we for let them carry till they will go make woman then go step in where at least them back go able to do something as a woman.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Hello, welcome to this interview. Your name?
Aminata Mansari.
Okay, as Salon they join other country then for celebrate the International Women's Day, I go want to make you tell viewers like what are some of the issues that way they affect women them na Salon.
Well, like we saw within a salon, it's not easy for we because like we the woman then we get the responsibility more now the host them, and like right now the way the business on team up, it's not easy for we. So like we get to picking them, we get other things that what they do. It's not really easy for we the woman then we stand and we host them for as man. So like we need for let them help with the woman then let we able to stand. School business, host business, now we no more now we dey for done now we dey gap. So really want let them help with the woman them.
So what about the rights of women? You think say women and get rights in the country?
Well we all rights. We all rights not too much. Because like you go not say they depend do something but we not there for talk. They block her. Woman not get better right now salon. We want talk anything say you na woman sit down. But we think say woman forget rights for do anything. Because without good woman, man not go able to stand. But right now woman not get better rights na salon. Woman not get no better right na salon.
So what do you think say the government and other woman organization they need for do for see say woman them rights will be protected na salon?
They need for help we. They need for help we really. They need for help for let we the woman then get voice na salon, let we able to talk, let we understand. They need for help we.
Thank you very much.
Yes, my welcome.
Hello, welcome to this interview. Your name?
Mina Marione Fagbangura.
I want to make you tell me what do you think about the issues them or way they affect women them na salon.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity for me. Let me say view out my opinion as to the things them where they affect women them na this country. One major thing where they affect women them na this country na the way and manner in which man then they treat women them na this country where we think say no right, and then we can class them under one phrase where we can say gender-based violence. As I've been they say gender-based violence now the manner in which man they treat woman, or it can happen again say man say woman self can treat man that same way they, or the rates at which man they treat woman is higher than how woman would treat man.
Okay. So like what do you think say need to be done for make you then they stop na salon?
Well, we don't the boku laws them where governments don't put in place for combat this issue, but we see say the things still dey rise, more especially the domestic violence, where man dey give woman belle, they take care of that belle dey. Woman go born pikin, man no dey for responsible, man dey born pikin, they can just abandon the home. I think say government need for put measures more in place, not to for just set up the laws them, but we want for see perpetrators them be brought to book for the acts them, because we dey hear so many cases them where they go na court, more especially on sexual penetration, where the perpetrators then can walk out free just because of better measures no dey for see say wetin dem say that person they do actually proof dey for am. So they see say perpetrators and they walk out of court for that because better evidence no dey. And one way where we go see say them go try for let we get evidences then they, if the government is able for set the DNA test lab, or then try for get the forensic lab, where then they very key if we want for see say perpetrators then be brought to book for sexual penetration. And again, as I been they say, man and the born pikin they not care, and then they serve they on the rise, what we can call maintenance. Man and the born pikin left all the burden pan the woman them. And for salon, I go say we not get any fixed price for maintenance, and we know they see say the maintenance court, or sometimes the maintenance court not be established it, because we know they see people and they get punishment for that. Where sometimes man go na FSU, or sometimes legal aid board, you go sign say I go dey give so amount wey months done for me picking the maintenance, but we know they see that forthcoming. Now a hell of a headache for let the FSU officer them or legal aid board staff them go able for get them man and they back for bring them maintenance fee then they.
Okay, so what about women them away? They add some women organizations them. Since we dey talk about woman business, what do you think say themselves need for come inside for woman them na salon?
Yeah, for woman them where they head woman organizations them, we need say they need for step up in the advocacy. We want for talk to them, let them not relent, though it's not easy, because we do say plenty woman organization they in this country where they not get funding for do the kind activities them way they want for perform, and the government self not the support them kind woman then they. So me want for encourage them that they not go relent, and also they talk to the government that if we go there for let them they help them kind woman and they, because at the time will be he said the first lady when Mrs. Fatima Biobi gets a project where he call Hands Off Our Girls, but we see that project say not be like decentralized, if I can say so. Because plenty woman organization and they will not be ever involved in that project. And if you get that kind of project say where they deal with woman business, it's supposed to meet woman organizations then, because now they know what's in the happen at the community. Now they're able for meet the grassroots woman, they would able for talk to them one-on-one for know what's in the burden the woman then at the community.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you for we grant me this time for interview.
Hello, welcome to this interview. Your name and that you be.
Thank you, Mina Doris Fatima Weber, Director for Women's Advocacy and Agricultural Development Organization. For short, we can call them WADO na the Waterloo community.
Okay. And you get other women organizations them where they work with?
Yeah, I also double as District Coordinator for Women's Forum, Western Area Rural District.
Okay. And as we no say salon they join other women them around the world for celebrate the International Women's Day, I go want to make you tell viewers what in this mean to woman them na salon.
It means bokutin, and it means say we serve as salon woman them a part of this year's celebration, and we get the theme, we say gender equality for today, for a sustainable tomorrow. And for we, na salon, we be done the look at advocacy for something like 20 years plus now. For let we go get enactment of we gender equality and women's empowerment bill. So as a nation, we the woman them, Dim fit say the theme for this year's celebration is very, very necessary and timely for we, because we look forward to say this bill it will become law. We go add value to salon woman them.
And also viewers go want to know how salon get for celebrate this day, how salon woman get for celebrate this day.
Well, The celebration it get different form way they take. Normally we don't usually get a national activity outside the gender ministry, they take the lead, and different actors thinking they policy makers thinking they the first gentleman of the country way now the president safe kin they for give a message to the salon woman them development partners as well then safe kin they you can get activities at district level, different organizations they can get how then they do their own. But like for we WADO, we they join hand with the Ministry of Gender for we on district, where we safe they get we on district activity, and it starts with today with some radio discussion programs them where myself get for be one of the panelists for one of the radio programs the way they start today. And so like I say, of course, the International Women's Day now a time for lay women them take platform for do campaigns all over the world, you know. So like waiting they happen all over the world also get for happen na salon. Like I say, it go happen at different districts them as different organizations them get waiting than they do. Me own organization fortunately also belong to a consortium when a forum against harmful practices, FAP, and we say of course we the advocates for end FGM na salon. So again, WADO go be part of activities where forum against harmful practices go get for do for continue the campaign for end FGM inside salon.
Okay. So how you feel about the way how a woman then they be treated in a salon, especially when you talk about the politics side and even inside the market? How you feel the way a woman then they treat?
Well, now that make us say for we I look at and say this theme this year is very timely. Because if you say the gender equality for today and the equal and sustainable waiting for tomorrow, we they look at and say na time where we for break the biasness not for day, because the biases are there as you they ask the question. So like we go on for see a level playing field when it comes to matter of politics, because we all know say not to secrets. Say when it come to politics side, the platform not equal, the playing field not equal as far as awarding symbol to woman than concern. We see say na man them more than can give symbol. We see say woman them can face with challenge. For finance, they can get challenged with inferiority complex. They can get challenge of pulling down syndrome by some of them company woman them, and so all these are challenges, you know. So now that's make we say we glad for the theme for this year, and we look forward for this bill for making it become law, because when once it become law, automatically you see the 30% quota they begin for manifest, you know. And again, when you come na the marketplace, yes, majority of the marketers them na woman them, but again, how the woman and the suffer na the market as early as 3-4 a.m. you go down na the Tombo Junction, you go na the Waterloo market, you go see woman and don't come out with say load them for cargo na Dove Court, for cargo na other parts of Freetown for go sell, you know. That breeze they go don't blow them all day, then go there under sun, then go there under rain, then go come back, you know, then go come time not go there for them for rest, then go one for attend to the home, you know. So many things there. But again, where you go inside the market, yeah, like I say, now woman then them form bulk of the traders them with inside the market. So the challenge is the way the woman in the face, how they go able for mobilizing resources, because most of the women they are now they are the breadwinners, they are the homes them, you know. So it cuts across the challenges them, it cuts across, it affects them na the markets, na the office, na any side where you can think of. it dey affect. And even though we girls them, then thing they don't begin for affect them. Now the schools them. You get the issue of sex for grades. All these are challenges, you know. So the issues them vary, and they na different side them how it affects the woman them and the girl picking there as well.
And as your organization also they work on agriculture. So what about the protection of women them in other provinces?
Well, yes, Western rural, we get the interior off-road communities them. We get women then they where they work on agriculture. So what we can do as organization, firstly, we dey sensitize the woman they made them know say they forget a legal status in the agriculture business. So then for register na the council, then for register with the district agriculture office. And after they don't register, we dey able for lobby the district agriculture office so that we supply the CAM, the woman they also go be direct beneficiaries. Although that again gets challenged because in most cases the supply they not the CAM timely, and you know say agriculture a day by season. So like again, wait till we don't begin for do few months back. One organization where we work with, then implement a project on food processing, labeling, packaging, sorting. And so that's na be a stepping stone for we as an organization, because we will work with them. And so we self don't get so many things them where we don't learn. So after that implementation day, we self they continue now with the food and processing, the packaging, the labeling, you know, the sorting, and we go into the market. Why we they do this? Because we want to avoid wastage. For instance, like a cassava, you take cassava now. Where would they work with cassava? Nothing absolutely not the waste pan cassava, because from the peel, we they use them for the animal agriculture. You know, they go to the hog and then food. Where you grate the cassava, yeah. We make them into powder. The water where is settled, we they get starch from them. And that powder we they use them for make plenty things there. We they use them for do cake. We they use them for make them this custard where then they sell. We they use them for make so many products out of just cassava. You know. So it tells you that agriculture they take a different dimension, not so like for just go plant the cassava no more. So for we, like from where you plant them, you harvest them, take to the end products, we get something for do. So these are some of the things that we would do.
Okay. Yeah. So what you think say need for be done for improve women rights in a salon?
For improve on women rights in a salon, get for do with policies, you know, because we go we go raise the awareness, we go advocate. But if the policies are not there, where they speak to the rights of the woman, them obviously, I mean, you know, go see you get that kind impact, you know. And we they sensitize the woman them, especially with rural woman them, for let them know the rights and responsibilities, you know, because once the woman don't get in rights and responsibility education, it go know waiting for do. It go no say who say in your right stop na they or other person in your rights they begin. And so it go know how to relate with incumbent them na the community. But like I say, with the push for them policies they are like a one na the gender equality and women's empowerment bill, who they look forward to for it become law na salon.
Okay, so already you don't say so. Waiting at the message where you they send out there to the woman them.
Yeah, my message firstly, one for wish all the Sierra Leonean women them a happy International Women's Day 2022. And I want to say, as we look at gender equality today for a sustainable tomorrow, make we grab this opportunity and break the biases. Because once the biases and then don't be break, we go know how to forge ahead. And I also want for call on the parliamentarians them for let them quickly enact this bill of the gender equality and women's empowerment so that it will become law na salon. We know say when it become law, wow, we don't get with freedom. And so like I say, once more, I want for wish all the women in this country a happy International Women's Day 2022.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
As una don listen to wetin the woman dem na salon don talk, as dem say some of the issues the way they affect women dem na salon, women dem no get voice, and also dem say the rights dem don be seized from them, and they also they call on government and also some women organizations them for let them go stand for them at the country so then self go get right na salon. Me na Isatu Smile Sesay. Until we meet again to another edition of the program Talk to the Camera, I say tata.